Hey, what's going on, guys? James Wallington. Welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode, guys, for part number 723, guys. So last time we did with the United States Grand Prix race, guys, and that was the win that Ricardo took the win and hopefully increases easily the World Championship so far for this. And now we're going to do this next circuit though. And here we are at the Mexican Grand Prix circuit, guys, at the Autodrom Huronos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico City. For the Mexican Grand Prix. We're in Mexico, guys. Some say like it's Mexico, or no, it's Mexico actually, part for this. But yeah, it's been pretty so far for this, so well for this. Team boss Chris is hopefully to my team, and Adrian Newey. I don't know where he is so far, but hopefully we're in the panel with all the rest of the driver on the team boss pit boys. Yeah. So it's been really good after the last 3 races ago so far for this, but this is where the chance of one championship so far. So we're only just 45 points from Ricardo now because we need to win this race completely to try keeping up. But if he wins this way with us to finish the race at all, he will win the Drivers' Championship. So Ricardo needs to win this race, but me if he is second place means he will take the title. And we might take a Constructors' Championship from Mercedes if we keep this up by just 9 points or 10 points actually. But this is where we get interested so far. But we had about 2 retirements so far. We retired in Belgium and Red, and we retired on the final lap of the race in Malaysia and took trade first. That was not pretty good so far for my race so far for this guy. But anyway, will we get this much progress back to the track so far for this? We hadn't had a win since the British Grand Prix, guy. That was our home race. So hopefully we can do better for this so far for this. But anyway, guys, it's time to begin the Mexican Grand Prix at the Autodrom Huronos Rodriguez circuit.
Welcome to Mexico, where we start the weekend with Friday practice. This session will give us a good indication of just who has the upper hand for qualifying tomorrow. Now then, Anthony Davidson, there's been a lot of talk over the last few weeks about track limits. How much is too much when you're cutting corners and running wide? What are your thoughts on this? And do you think we'll be seeing drivers pushing those limits this weekend?
Well, I'd be disappointed if we didn't, frankly. If race control want to clamp down on drivers wandering off the track, then it's up to them to police it. As a driver, you're being paid to get your car around the circuit as quickly as possible, don't forget. So if you're not pushing those limits, if you're ignoring the advantageous line, then you're not doing your job properly. Now, I agree that, we have these white lines there for a reason, and we do want to see those limits enforced, but for me, it's not the driver's responsibility to do that.
Okay, so in the car for the first practice set of the Mexican Grand Prix, guys. This is the first practice session that Ricardo might try to win the title for this weekend. Hope we can do that so far for this, but this is the race 19 seconds. So this last race was held in 1992 before it was later in 2015 though to this new layouts of the baseball stadium. So we'll get ready to go for this one and let's see how this track is taken. As I say, do it here in Mexico, so we'll do something like this. Let's go on track. Oh no, that is not very good indeed so far for this, guys. Look at the pace is not very good so far for me. So how my progress will do so far for this. And we just come through the fire, we just come through now. And across the lot we're going to begin our track acceleration program. So let's see how this one goes for this. So this is the first test of the possible 3 for this first practice session there, guys. Hopefully how this weekend go for this Ricardo though. So let's see, we've got top speed go so far for this. Through this can we go through now, so this is going pretty well so far for this. This is where we can't win the championship for this race. So we just tested DRS, so that'll be pretty so hopefully how we see out this weekend. So let's see. Before we go through turn 4, on the right to turn 5. And see there are a lot of people here so far for this, here in Mexico. Good through there. And now we're going through the tricky chicane there. I don't know where there's a place there called there. And we're going to that place. Oh my goodness me, this trick is very tricky though. I'm quite see a faster than Fairline there, so we're going to the baseball. So we've gone by again like we did at on our outlap. So let's see. This baseball stadium so it's getting pretty tricky until used for this Formula E and Formula 1 now, but not MotoGP. And we'll cross the line now. Yeah, got a green so far, so we score 470 points we got so far. Our new score agenda need to get to 495 points to score for this. So let's see. So we'll be pleased to how this one goes for that, and see who is going to get that fastest in this FP1. But we might do a level up so far for this, but this is gonna be pretty well for this, guys. So yeah, let's see. We can go for this. Okay, we go through there. So make a little progress we can do so far for this, and all the race strategies will do well so far. Thank you, Jeff. So this is gonna be pretty good so far for this championship rival between me and Ricardo. And Hamilton might have a chance there. Wasp is out of the taking so far for this, guys, at the championship so far. But how would this affect the drivers' championship will be after this race if Ricardo wins this championship? Well, we might try again for season 2 then, or we might go to F1 2017 then. So let's see. As we go through the chicane, we go through, making the progress we can do for this circuit at the Autodrom Huronos Rodriguez circuit. And we come through the fire car. It's going to be an excellent purple sector there. And we managed to find a corner there. There we go. A 4 excellent purple. A clean lap for me. Alright, we got 555. We got there so far. But let's head back to pits, guys. Let's head back to pits. Okay, so track stabilization's been pretty good so far. Perfect as everything else in the sector so far for this. This circuit's going pretty well for me so far for this guy. But how this one in the time management program will do for me? But it's going to be a wide cry for 4 laps though, so I feel I might not do anything about these laps so far for this. So I'm going to do the qualify pace, guys. Let's see how this one goes for this one, and hopefully we can do the time management later on. Okay, now let's do this one. Most importantly, do for this. So, oh, we're going wide again, like on this last one we did for the track program we did. Wasp has gone faster so far. He's actually contending to the championship now, so far for this. But this is only race 19 out possible 21 races we got so far. But let's see how this one for this, and hopefully how the championship will be winning for Wasp too. So, if we can't win this championship this race weekend, guys, it's our only chance we need to be running off in the championship if my teammate wins this championship this weekend. But I'm not sure we're going to find out so far for this guy. But let's see, we're going to do the qualify pace, see how this warm-up time will do so far for this session, guys, and hopefully how to introduce the pace for this. And before we go into the chicane, that was left and the right. Yeah. And I love this new Mexican circuit, like the other old circuit like this. About a 1988 race, where I've never seen that before. Or the classic one from 2015. Where both the always were out of the race. Yeah, that was a pretty full-on story though. But here we are in 2020 now, because this is going to be well so far for me. And hopefully, how this one goes for this. I will get to the end of the season for this one before we go to the 2017 season for this, guys. Let's see what our first lap is. A 1:21.444. That is not enough pace so far for this. I thought this track is not very good so far. I mean, the last race in USA was pretty perfect at the last one though. So let's see how this circuit goes through at the Circuit of the Americas. Oh, that's not very good. I mean, P2 so far, but that this one is going pretty much badly than the other ones we did. So, how this one goes for this one, indeed. Oh, this trigger is a bit trickier than the last one we did. This occasion is very tricky like the one in the 2015 race. Oh, got a bit wide there at turn 12, going through the fair bit for this. And after this, we're going to Brazil and Interlagos. That's a good circuit to go around there. Slice is coming back to the pits now. So let's see where we go. And it's only 1 minute 22. That's a disappointment last time there. Yeah, that's a terrible lap for me. Let's do this one last time and hopefully we'll go back to the pits and see what went wrong. And we might do this again if we've got time for FP2 or maybe not. No, we haven't got time for FP2. We're doing practice 1 for this. Practice 2 and 3 will be the next video, guys. So, how this one goes for this, my job for this. First, can we go through now? Must follow the racing line. Much betterly will we go through. So chicane 1. That was pretty good so far. And we're only doing 21 tenths from Wasberg. So when we go into the final corner we go through now, let's see what this laptop will go fence for us. And it's only 1 minute 21. Well, that lap was a bit terrible if that was, so hopefully how this one for the camera will be pretty good for this. So Mexico is a bit tricky than the rest of the circuit though, so this is going to be pretty well for this track for the qualifying and the race itself, and hopefully how this one for the track itself is going to be pretty well more in deep for this. We're going to head back to pits now. Making the progress when we're going into the pits, guys, so let's see how this one is, because the team did go so far for this, guys, but I thought we didn't refer the qualify pace, guys, but let's try the time management, but I think we're going to have to wait for a few minutes, guys. Okay, back again now for the rest of the practice 1 set again. So we failed the qualifying pace we did so far, guys, so let's see what we're going to go for next. So the time management that we're going to go for this, guys, so let's see how this one goes for this. The sun is going down a bit so far. I completely mixed up from the rest of the qualifiers that we did from practice 1. But anyway though, let's see how this good laps will do pretty good for this circuit at the Autodrom Huronos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico City. So let's see how this one goes. Around we go into the fire, could we go through now? This is where the pace is going pretty well for this so far, but then we go across the line. Oh yeah, thanks for the weather forecast about this, chap, but I need to take a look at the weather for today's weekend for the Mexican Grand Prix and see how this one affects for this one for that. But we're going to find out later on, so we're going to do this test completely, but this is not going to be very easy because this track is very tricky, aren't they? This is going to be pretty great so far for this if we go through. As we go through to turn 4 now, this track is going pretty amazing so far right now, so let's see. Double the hanger there. And the pace is doing well so far for this. As we go into, can we go through now? Oh no, we got a bit wide. This race is going pretty well indeed for me. Actually, this is not a race, it's practice actually, not a race for me. I'm practice for the race. But this is a good circuit to race on, guys. So, before we go into the fire, we're going through now, but it's not going pretty well. We're going green at the moment. But we're going for heavy tyre wear for that first lap though, so we did prefer that lap time though, but we got into the reds. We scored 5 points for that, but that's not very good for this so far. So let's see what we can do with the second one there. Oh, I don't like this track though, because this circuit is very, very aggressive for this circuit. The Autodrom Huronos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico. Alright, we're going for the chicane now. We're going through this track though. It's been pretty see how this one is going to be pretty tricky and difficult for me. We got a sour, but it's blocking us a bit so far. They're winning 10th in the Constructors' Championship so far, but now we're going to overtake Renault. Naz has scored out, Ericsson did. So Naz is just behind us, guys. We're towards the final quarter of the track so far for this. And we go through then, so not a good effort though for this second though. So I don't think we're not going to be able to try and complete this setting, guys. We might do one more lap though. We think we got a yellow flag there, but there's no cause and flag shown just yet. We're just going green. Alright, so let's see. Now let's see. I can do better for this progress when we go through this second though. So let's see. That's just blocking me very bitterly there. Ooh, that was very close. NASA almost took me off. Is the podium at the back there? It is at the back, I can see it. You know what? We must go in. We're going to pits, guys, because we cannot do this session, guys, because this, well, the time management problem will be very difficult around this Mexican circuit. So we're into the pits now, and obviously the rest of the practice will be pretty do the same so far. And this is Perez's home Grand Prix so far for this. How did he do well so far in this one? Right, so we done the free one we did, but there's a 1 minute 21.4 we set so far. That's put us in third place, but how much has gone faster so far? Where is my Tibo Ricardo? Because I haven't seen him going out to track before. I think he's on the flying lap. Where is he? And he's already has begun his lap so far for this, so this is where he won't win the championship for this one if he wins this race. But it's going to be very difficult to go around this circuit so far for this to match Hamilton's pace then in the race. So he will go through to the king goes through. Now this track is very difficult for this one at the first 3 corners. The stadium section will be very difficult, but it would be a very easy to beat circuit for this. This Mexican circuit is going pretty well so far for this, and we see Ricardo going through this game much easily as he goes through. Alright, he just said 29.75 in the first sector. Will that be enough? Let's see. Let me check. Well, actually, he's not faster than me just yet. Let's see what the second sector will be when he comes round. Well, we're about to find out when he comes round to sector 2 now. Let's see. Faster than me in the second sector. Oh, he's gone purple in the second sector there, guys. That's a good one for the Ricardo there. So he's gone purple in the second sector. So let's see what the fire sector of this lap will do for Daniel. When he goes to the final corner track there. Where will Ricardo? He's the championship leader so far. And he crossed the line. He goes faster. That's where he needs to be in the race tomorrow a few days ago. But maybe not. But yeah, it's pretty well so far there. We've got 2 Mexicans on the grid. Esteban Gutierrez and Sergio Perez. But it's pretty well so far for this. What we got for practice 2 then? Sun signs. Yeah, I love sun signs. We're going to have a sunny race. Yeah, it will be a sunny track so far. But then we'll not be expecting to see some rain coming. Yep, pretty cool. Now, it's going to be pretty good for the last few minutes to go now. And we'll see at the end of this practice, guys, and see who's gone faster for this. We'll see at the end, guys. Oh, well, we got a Mexican on the track today, Sergio Perez. The fans are loving it to be in his home Grand Prix, guys. How will the Mexican driver do well at Force India for this race track this weekend? Through this game he goes through now. This track is very good sorters for this one, but not sorted than Italy is. Or not like Austria though, but let's see how this one goes for this. So you're going through to the stadium sector now. Look at the fans are waving him so far for this. Round to 5 quality goes through now. Let's see where he will go. And he goes on the 11th faster so far. So that's not good progress for that, so Perez. Kichio is already in the pit so far. So we'll see at the end of this session, guys, and see who will be winning this one for this soon.
Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
So Ricardo's gone fastest in his first practice sessions for this, guys. Both of them Mercedes on second and third had a male, fourth. Perez an extra fifth in his first practice session in this home Grand Prix. As everybody else going well so far. Both McLarens are not doing well so far for this. They're only fifth down in 12th and 15th. And everybody else is doing them soft, medium, and tyres that we used to do so far. And we're only got 4 fastest so far for this. So extra good fun for the race soon. Well then, guys, that's the video here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Here's the guy at the Mexican Grand Prix for the first practice session. So next time you will join us, we're going to go for practice 2 and 3 at the Mexican Grand Prix. Hope you can make this track very tricky as we go for this. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video here, guys. We got some resource we got there, guys. We got about 97 resource we got there so far. Took our total to 1,665. So we'll see you next time, guys, for the second and third practice session of this Mexican Grand Prix. But anyway, guys, that's the video here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!